Let's get Steve on up here.
I think I'm already recording.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's give Tommy one more round of applause, though. Fantastic job, Tommy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's so good to be here back here at Mad Cats. My name is Stephen Douglas. I hope I can make somebody laugh here tonight. So, I'd like to get my thought together for tonight. I was all excited to jump up here. I had my words and everything, and they just kind of flew out the window as soon as I stepped up here. That ever happen to anybody?
Yeah, every day.
All right. So, crazy thing I heard on the news recently was a guy had to be totally stoned when he did this. He went to steal what he thought was a mini safe, and it turned out to be a little mini refrigerator. How dumb do you have to be to think you're stealing a safe and you run down the street with a refrigerator? He must have been stoned. He's probably hungry too. He probably had the thought, I'm gonna go rob somebody and I'm gonna steal their money. He smoked some weed and got high, and as he went into the place, he forgot, and he saw a refrigerator and said, I'm hungry, I'm gonna take this instead. This is kind of funny. I find that hilarious. Speaking of neighbors, my aunt, or aunt, whoever you want to say it there, I haven't seen her in over a year, and recently she was telling me that she has this neighbor that's really nosy. And she's constantly, calling her up and saying, hey, I saw somebody over in your yard, the mailman came, and all this kind of stuff. So, a friend of mine and I got together, and we decided we was going to go over and play a little joke on her. So we dressed up like the Men in Black, and we went over to my aunt's house, and the lady come running out, there's nobody home right now, you shouldn't be there right now. So, in my most deep authoritative voice, I said, excuse me, ma'am, would you mind going back in the house? We're investigating a double homicide over here. So she took off running, and I left. Well, I got a call later on that evening, and my aunt said, Steve, were you over at my house today? I said, no, why? My crazy neighbor called me up hysterical saying that there was some FBI guys over here looking at a double homicide, and I don't get it. I don't understand. I started laughing. I said, well, yeah, it was kind of me. So she said, you need to fix this. So me and my friend, we went back over there the next day and went over to the lady's house, and we knocked on the door, and I said, excuse me, miss, I just want to let you know that if you interfere with an FBI investigation, you can go to prison for the rest of your life. Have a nice day. Well, it's been probably 4 months, and I haven't heard a word from my owner, and she hasn't heard from her neighbor either. So, you just kind of, that's one way to get rid of your neighbors. Also, if you have a particular neighbor that comes over to your house all the time, especially around dinner time, and they want to eat, and they're kind of wolfing off of you really, and you want to get rid of them, you don't want them to come around, but you want to be nice about it. What I like to do is, when they start coming over, I have my dog come over and lick the dishes, and as soon as they come in, I say, ew, dog's just cleaning up the dishes, we'll be ready to eat soon. And they'll say, well, I think I better go right now. So there's a lot of great people here tonight. I see a few people out here wearing hats. I wear my hat because I'm getting a little thin up on top. My daughter said to me one time, she said, Dad, you're going bald. And I said, yeah, but there's an advantage to that. She said, what's that? I said, well, when I start going too bald, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shave my head, and I'm going to get a tattoo of a haircut on my head, and I'll never have to buy shampoo again. So put that in your cap and, walking around with it. So it's kind of funny, My daughter's great. She's got a good sense of humor, too. She's young. When she was really young, though, I used to do this. I used to, pull my finger, do that little joke. And every time she would pull my finger, I'd let one rip and I'd go, that's my boss, So one day, I invited my boss over for dinner. And I introduced my wife and my daughter, and she says, hi, my name's Destiny. Pull my finger. Well, my boss is, he's kind of jovial guy, so he reached over and pulled the finger, and she let one rip, and she said, that's my boss. And he says, oh, why do you say that? Oh, well, that's what Daddy says every time he does it. He says his boss is a stinker. Well, you know how it is when you stand there with egg on your face? Yeah. That happened to me quite a bit. Well, so I'm always putting my foot in my mouth, especially with my wife. You know, once in a while, I say things that I don't really mean. You know, one time my wife asked me, she says, honey, does this dress make me look fat? I said, no, the fat around your waist makes you look fat. The dress is just a magnifying glass. It really accentuates it. Well, that got me in some deep trouble. I was in the doghouse for that one. But she got a good comeback. You know, she says, you think I'm fat? You should go in the bathroom and take away yourself. Well, unbeknownst to me, she went in earlier in the day and she changed my bathroom mirror when it's full length one in one of those funhouse mirrors. So I walked in there and I'm like, I looked like I was bloated. I said, gee, I better go on a diet, you know? So, but she's quite hilarious. She's got all kinds of comebacks, especially when I throw them at her. You know, we like to go out and she likes to put on makeup, but she's not all that great at it. So she puts on the makeup and she comes out. She says, honey, how's this look? And I should have said, well, honey, that looks okay. Just a little touch-up would be fine. What I said was, what is the circus in town? Who are you? That got me in the doghouse. You know? And I'm starting to get used to that doghouse. Pretty soon the dog's gonna kick me out and tell me never come back. You know?